Megan Thee Stallion is in full swing right now in her current era, bringing in her third studio album and her first world tour. Today, I want to get into the ongoing feud between herself and Nicki Minaj, okay? So, let's check out what we have going on the channel before we get there, okay? So, we're back. I'm Destiny, if you don't know me by now, and you are actually listening to my Fem Rap Politics playlist, and it's also considered a podcast on YouTube, which is Here We Are Right Now. I mean, this is the bArBoLoGiE playlist, my bad, but this is the From My Politics playlist, where we introduce a whole bunch of concepts that have to do with female rappers and the politics that go into the decisions that they make in their career. And so in this video, I'm going to be referencing and building off of the concepts that I introduced in my last video on Megan Thee Stallion and her recent single BoA, and she talked about facing a new enemy head on. And really the theme here, so make sure you guys go catch that if you didn't already, and please make sure that you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you guys never miss when I upload and I add something to the playlist, okay? But let's get back to the video real quick. And so Megan is fighting back against everyone in the industry with her words these days, and I can't fault her for that because that's what rappers do and what they're supposed to do. And so once again, in my last video, I specifically focused on her latest musical work, BoA, and where she selected a new opponent that is not Nicki Minaj, but she also had some words for Nicki on that song. And so in the never-ending sequel of their ongoing feud, I want to make the argument just that it is not over. It was never over between Megan and Nicki, and although it has calmed down a lot on Nicki's side, Megan is amping up and also using Nicki Minaj's own strategy against her, I believe, which is why I do believe that Nicki Minaj needs to watch out for what Megan is doing, specifically in regarding her dissing strategy. Okay, so if you don't know by now, Megan Thee Stallion has released a new freestyle called Like a G6, and it's a beat based on a beat that you already know of. She's coming in heavy, right? Like Megan is coming in. I'm here for it, right? So I don't mind the beat, although I really don't care for it, but it doesn't really matter. So in this video, right, I want to talk about the lines that I specifically think that Nicki has for, that Meg has for Nicki, right? What is she saying on this freestyle, in this 1 minute and 25-second freestyle that could be attributed to her ongoing feud with Nicki Minaj? So we're gonna look at the lyrics real quick. I'm gonna start at, she said, told the hotties run it up. Okay, here it is. Told the hotties run it up and they ain't even broke a sweat. So I believe that this line right here has to do with Megan Thee Stallion's her first lead single into the album Hiss, right? That went #1 because of the feud between her and Nicki, where they both had dropped these quote-unquote diss tracks in the same week, okay? So she told the hotties run it up. That's the highest they ever ran it up on the charts for her without her really having to do anything, because remember, she did not respond to Nicki in that week. Turned up my paper, then I turned down that mess. I'm gonna just show y'all what my notes say because I had written down the lyrics myself when I was listening to it for the first time before I even knew that the lyrics were out. So she said, told the hotties run it up, and they even broke a sweat. Turned up my paper, then I turned down that mess. So turned up my paper, I think that she's referring to that same time during the Hiss Bigfoot situation where she was ignoring Nicki, working on her album, working on whatever it is that she has coming up this era. She announced new businesses and stuff like that, and she turned down that mess, turned down the drama, turned down all the outside noise, turned down Nicki Minaj. She said, you really mad. This is another line down in the freestyle. You really mad Megan ain't want to F with you. Once again, I also think that that's for Nicki Minaj, because one of the pivotal stories in their feud was Megan not showing up to film or to be a part of Nicki Minaj's Queen radio show after she gave her a collab on Megan's single Hot Girl Summer, right? And so that the agreement was Nicki would give you the verse for free, do the video, and you show up to Queen Radio, so her show, and you can also promote yourself there that way. But she did not do that, which is one of the main events in the timeline of their relationship. So she said in the booth, I'm the one they can't hang with. Probably that's not for Nicki, but we're going to talk about other female rappers that Megan could be potentially dissing. She said, Def Jam, y'all letting jokes get famous. Okay, so Def Jam is letting jokes get famous. Def Jam is another label. Let's go to the Def Jam website, because she said y'all letting jokes get famous. So I go to Def Jam like, who they letting get famous? So you know what I did? Pulled up the artists. Then it's like, okay, let's look at this and see where the female rappers at on this, who she could be talking about. So you have Connie Diamond right here. She's a female rapper from New York City, pretty kind of like underground, pretty much unknown in the rest of the country. Then you have, did I pass Rhapsody? Because Rhapsody is also signed to Def Jam. I just saw that. It's not even a part of my notes. And then here is Lady London. Okay, so I'm like, okay, Lady London, Connie Diamond, Rhapsody. We don't know Megan to have beef with any of these women. So how could she be shooting? Who's signed to Def Jam? But guess who's signed to Def Jam, y'all? Danny Lay was signed to Def Jam. She's been going through some struggles with her label, so I'm not sure if she's still quite signed, but she's also signed to Def Jam. So you might be thinking, what is the relationship between Danny Lay and Megan Thee Stallion? They also have the baby in common. Who knows who had who first? Of course, the baby and Meg, they didn't have an actual relationship. He probably have more of a relationship with Danny Lay, but I don't know if they do have beef or whatever. But she said Def Jam is making, jokes get famous, and Danny Lay's career kind of went down the drain. Okay, so then she said, if I stop running now, this is another bar. If I stop running now, I bet the whole game freezes. I bet it won't. No shade. Okay, she said, I've been the GOAT to your fave. Couldn't be talking about Nicki once again. You want to fight, but you never pull up. 3 out of 5 bars land. Still not direct enough after she came at you directly, right? Like Nicki Minaj dropped a whole diss track on you, and this is what you give back. So anyway, what the strategy is right. In the last video, I talked about like Megan, just taking shots at everybody, and she's doing that following up in these freestyles, and it's part of hashtag Megan Monday. For sure, first of all, if y'all still here, make sure y'all have liked the video because y'all really want to get to the point of the video. So hashtag Megan Monday, she's dropping a freestyle every Monday. What is something that Nicki Minaj does every week? Pink Friday. That is her marketing point, how she promotes her album in her era. She dropped freestyles every Friday or give her fans new music every Friday. So Megan is now turning that to her own thing and releasing these freestyles where she's throwing some subliminal shots. And this freestyle right here, like a G6, was significantly more like, what's it called? How do you say it? Like, just shot worthy towards Nicki Minaj, right? Like it was more direct, right? A little bit more direct than her previous singles or whatever. So yeah, I feel like she's definitely gearing up for something. She might not like really take the bait and like really respond, but it's like, yeah, we need to kind of keep an eye on it. And in further videos, I'll talk about like maybe some of those other lines. Let's see what other freestyles she puts out, what else she has to say, because there might be rappers that are shooting at her and she might be shooting back. So we have to continue to monitor that. But I hope you guys got my point of the video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comments, and like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I better see you in the next one.